Oh my goodness. So day 2 has started, although it started quite long and violently.
Hey everyone, I'm Caleb.
And I'm Tim.
And we're longtime friends, outdoor enthusiasts, and filmmakers.
This is the Chill Adventure series. It's so early.
Tim, being a masochistic idiot, decided to enroll in a 30-minute mini bike race. You have to understand what we're talking about here. Completely rigid bike, no suspension whatsoever, completely heinous trail, rocks, holes, weeds, blind corners, mass start. I opted out because it sounded like a terrible idea. And it was. One of the ways you could actually make up time on your competition was by taking what they called the Joker line, which is this terrible line over a bunch of tires that were bigger than the wheels of the mini bike itself. Oh! Yeah, see, terrible.
Oh my God!
And that front fender too. The fender's stuck! Go, go, go! Oh! Say what you want about Tim's competitiveness and his masochism, he's definitely a sportsman. When it was done and dusted, Tim had over 4 laps on the competition, but it may not have been worth it.
That may not have been worth it. Chill CBD and racing mini bikes are inextricably connected.
See?
See? This is why we do things like this, because it takes us to places like this.
What on earth? We're gonna actually try to hit all the waypoints, unlike yesterday. We just didn't have enough time. Next waypoint.
He is
That's him right there.
definitely
He's a
a football player.
Look at that frown. That man is ready to punch someone. Found some pieces of trash out in the desert.
Found
There's
some
1,
trash.
there's 2, oh, and there's 3.
I mean, we were flying a drone, then we weren't flying a drone. I mean, it's all for the show. Insert footage here.
Can we mention that it was a malfunction and not us hitting something?
And we're still out here, still picking up trash.
True to form, our alternator stopped working, so we're getting a bump from the Aveo.
I think they just tied the goat to the wall.
It's an easy drift when your suspension's already leaning to the side.
What are you doing? Oh, what you got here? Very nice.
No party here.
It's the second brazier we found out here.
You could put a village in that one.
It says hola.
This has got to be our last waypoint. We need to go back and say thank you to these people before we drive home.
And then your fender well decided to.
I guess we were pulling in and my fender well fell off.
How do we feel? How was that?
That was a lot after several times of this. This is really fun and go new places and meet new people for very little money.
It's also one of the best ways to get incredibly frustrated about your car because you put all this work into prepping your car and getting ready, and then you get out there and people already think you shouldn't be out there in a 50-year-old carbureted air-cooled vehicle, and then you break down, and then, yeah, I don't know. Dude, that moment when we got the arm back in and it worked. Nice! Woo! That's the way to do it. Yeah! Oh, you good?
That was a good time.
Oh man, you know, this is one of those like soul events where people just believe in the event beyond any sort of profit that they're making or any really benefit?
I'm Nikki, my husband is Josh. This is our third gambler that we've coordinated here in Colorado. You know, letting people be creative with their vehicles, right? Like, it's super cool to see how creative people can be as far as their paint scheme, how they modify it, that kind of stuff. Two, it's getting like-minded people together and enjoying that camaraderie that we build, and as we call it, the GAM fam. And three is allowing people to connect with the environment they're in, because we try and take people places that they've never been before.
Yeah, thanks Andy for co-driving with me. You're probably a better driver than me, but yeah. And it was just nice having someone who could like troubleshoot when things go wrong, and it's just fun to have people along that you know.
Brian knows way more about everything than I do, so he's the one that welded up all the skid plate and made sure the engine wouldn't explode.
You can have fun too. You should look up gamblers. If you're not in Colorado, you should look up gamblers where you live and see if they have one in your state or in your area. It's definitely like a challenge event, like a can you overcome a bunch of challenges to do something really hard with your friends out in the desert or the mountains or whatever.
You can do this kind of thing and have an incredible time in a daily driver like Tim's, or a 50-year-old air-cooled carbureted vehicle that was never designed to do this kind of thing. Even though you think you can't, you can do it.
What is that? Is that a turbocharged RAV4?
Probably is. Until next time.
Until next time, ABG.
ABG.
That stands for
Always be
always be
gambling.
always be gambling.
Yeah, that's what that means.